You are very right to what you have said. We have no reason to be poor. People may not like you, but they must hear you.
When I watched this particular video, believe it or not, I became speechless and I give up on Nigeria. I'm not saying on Nigerian, I'm saying I give up on Nigeria, the country itself. Do you know that Ukraine is now aiding Nigeria or supporting Nigeria or supplying Nigeria food as Nigeria hits economical food crisis fiction? Have already reached the stage of an equilibrium. There's nothing they can do to skyrocket or to boost the economy anymore. And I want you guys to watch this particular video of Arise TV News, how your country is seeking help from other country under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Let's watch this particular video together. We'll be right back to do some.
The presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, has reacted to the intervention of the government of Ukraine after they donated 25,000 tons of wheat as emergency food assistance to 1.3 million vulnerable Nigerians in the northeastern region of the country. Peter Obi, in a series of tweets on X, described the development as disheartening. His tweet reads in part, "Let me begin by sincerely appreciating the war-torn nation of Ukraine for their generous donation of tons of grains to Nigeria, thereby aiding our current fight against nationwide hunger. It is disheartening that our once economically confident nation, blessed with vast arable land and abundant natural resources, now relies on a war-torn Ukraine for food assistance. This national disgrace stems from years of leadership failure, necessitating urgent reflection and a reordering of our national priorities and resource management and allocation. Despite the conflict, Ukraine feeds itself and exports agricultural products worth over $25 billion, which is about the same value as our crude oil export earnings. And it serves as a strategic global food supplier, even providing aid to a peaceful yet unproductive Nigeria. To overcome this embarrassment, we must aggressively reorder our priorities by investing resources in productive sectors like agriculture. Addressing insecurity is crucial for farmers to return to their fields, enabling a productive manufacturing sector and supporting small businesses." I mean, I love this type of criticism, Rufai, because it's not just about criticizing, it's about also proffering solution. I mean, I think that, Peter Obi did write in that tweet that he wrote, because he did compare our arable land as well as Ukraine, saying that Ukraine is using up 60% of their arable land for food production and they're supplying Nigeria with food. What's going on here? Dr. Abati?
Well, the key point here is that Mr. Obi is right, and it's all about leadership.
Yes.
Ukraine is one of the major exporters of agricultural products in the world, and it didn't start today. There's something they call sunflower meal. There is wheat, barley, corn, and some seeds. You will recall that as part of the crisis in this war, this Russia-Ukraine war, Russia wanted to block Ukraine from exporting food. But to the main point made by Mr. Peter Obi, that Ukraine is at war and yet is providing food aid to a country like Nigeria, where the whole of the arable land in northern Nigeria is more than all the arable land in Ukraine. That's why I say it's about leadership. It's about productivity, which Mr. Peter Obi always talks about. But what Mr. Peter Obi did not add is that it looks like in Nigeria too, we're also at war. It's just that it's a different kind of war. Boko Haram, all these bandits and insurgents, they've driven Nigerian farmers away from their farmlands. Isn't that a war situation?
It is a war.
If our farmers cannot go to the farms. So, well, part of it that he should add is that Nigerian leaders should provide such leadership that will make our farmlands safe for our farmers, so that we won't have to be getting food aid. So that Nigeria too, which is vast arable land that Mr. Peter Obi pointed to, can also be a country that will be in a position to give food aid to other countries. This, in my view, is the point.
Absolutely.
Now, you have watched this particular video. Do you know what this means? Nigeria, who have not been to war, who have not been fighting anything since the last years, except just within Boko Haram, Fulani herdsmen, which is minor compared to what Ukraine is facing right now. Ukraine is facing almighty Russia. Though NATO's are aiding them, other countries are supporting, giving them foods and ammunitions and financial support. If countries that have been in war for the past 1 year, going to 2 years now, then this country is able to feed himself despite the war crisis. Now supplying food to Nigeria, it is finished. Ukraine supplying food to Nigeria, it is finished. There is nothing this president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and his cohorts, the entire APC, can offer to Nigeria anymore. It pains me that even as this, some people are still saying that, oh, it is just 1 year in office or 11 months in office. We should give him more time. Time to do what? We are sitting on a time bomb. There is nothing you or me can do about what this man is doing. I wish he have planned. We will see it from the beginning that, okay, this man is working, just that the things is not yet compiled together so that we will benefit from it. We are not seeing any project. We are not seeing any investment. We are not seeing any sanction. We are not seeing nothing. The only thing we are seeing on TV is that your president traveled with his children to Qatar. Your president go on a private visit to France. Your president is out of the country on his own private mission. Your president took billions to renovate the office of his wife. Your president is seeking billions to buy yachts. Your president is taking billions to renovate the Aso-Rock. Your president is taking billions for his own palliative. It's always about them taking, and not giving to the society.
Going forth and back on these issues and coming up with issues of the budget and individual issues concerning what came to our various constituencies. If we want to go into those issues, all of us are culpable. Some senators here, so-called senior senators, got 500 million each. I am a ranking senator, I didn't get. Did I go to the press? Most of you got. And yes, if we want to go into those issues, excuse me, if we want to go into those issues, yes. So I think that Senator Ningi.
Some of you APC diehard supporters or the tribalism bigotries will just say, oh, leave him. In another life, I will still vote for him. Yes, the syndromes of Yakpa is becoming alarming. The problem of Nigeria cannot be fixed by this government. We are not even saying, okay, only Peter Abi or whatsoever can fix it now. We are just looking for a way, at least a starting point, whereby the next person, Buhari, who was recorded as the worst president of the entire universe, is now like a savior in the eyes of Nigeria. Anyway, I want you guys to watch this particular video. We'll be right back to do some messages to it.
We have cleared deliberately over 1 million hectares of land. So, my boss, you are very right to what you have said. We have no reason to be poor. People may not like you, but they must hear you. Because what you say is the gospel truth. Nigeria needs to be productive. You cannot be out of poverty unless you start to produce. I'm not an advocate of handout or palliatives too. I don't believe in it. So it is high time we tell ourselves the basic truth. We need to feed ourselves. And it's a shame for people like Ukraine in the war to be giving us food. But I assure you, in this room today, leadership group, the next award you will give me, if you will ever give me, is the largest producer of food in 2024. Federal government is doling out 42,000 metric tons of grains. And by June, I will give out only in Niger State 100,000 metric tons of food. And it's deliberate.
All right, guys, you have watched this particular video. What do you think about what this man said? Bago said that he believed on what Peter Obi said. And though before he was kind of like contemplating, oh, Peter Obi is trying to, but the Niger State governor is now saying that, oh, my eyes are beginning to clear to understand that Peter Obi is on the right track. Well, it didn't just end there. I want you guys to watch this particular video. We'll be right back to do some messages to it.
Go through these baby steps of pain. Baby step of pain. Cost of fuel has gone up. Food and other prices have followed it. Households and businesses struggling. Things seem anxious and uncertain. I understand the hardship you face. I wish there were other ways, but there's not. I've kept many of you hungry. We have just started. Not only you, but your grandchildren. Be ready. All of you. No matter how much we cling to our freedom and rights. To call for strike within 9 months of an administration is unacceptable. If you want to participate in the electoral process, wait on the 2027. If not, maintain peace. You are not the only voice of Nigerians.
All right, guys, I don't have much to say about this particular video. Right, we have come to the end of today's program. Remember, we love you, but God love you more. If you love us, please comment your thoughts about this particular video in the comment section. If you also love us, please like this video and share to all your platform. All right, we're going to see you on our next video. Peace out.